2,000 American soldiers were captured by the Japanese. Even though they were prisoners of war, they still kept their military discipline. Because they had a commander they deeply respected. As long as the colonel didn't give the order, the soldiers would just stand in place, marching on the spot. This scene left the rest of the camp stunned. Soon, the American colonel pulled out the Geneva Convention, telling the Japanese that, by international law, officers didn't have to work. But Colonel Sato didn't care.
What code? The coward's code. What do you know of the soldier's code? Of Bushido? Nothing. You are unworthy of command.
Since you refuse to abide by the laws of the civilized world, we must consider ourselves absolved from our duty to obey you. My officers will not do manual labor.
We shall see.
But Saito immediately ordered all American POWs must start working. Even with rifles pointed at them and whistles constantly blowing, the American soldiers didn't move a muscle. Only when their colonel gave the command did they pick up their tools and start working. The Japanese officers were shocked, but then Saito noticed something. While the enlisted men had gone to work, the American officers were still standing firm, refusing to move. So he ordered heavy machine guns to be set up, aimed them right at the colonel, and told his men, if anyone moves, shoot them on the spot and call it an escape attempt. The officers stood there frozen until nightfall. Even when the soldiers returned from work, they still hadn't budged an inch. In the end, the Japanese had no choice but to throw all the American officers into the dungeon. But that only enraged the 2,000 soldiers even more. They started sabotaging the Japanese at every turn, driving Saito furious. He tried sending someone to talk sense into Nicholson, but it was useless. And then things got worse. The bridge they were building collapsed. That was the last straw for Saito. He finally snapped. That night, he decided to get rid of the stubborn colonel once and for all, and personally had him brought into his room.
I have been thinking the matter over and decided to put measures above administrative duties, leaving only the junior officers to lend a hand.
I'm afraid not. The convention's quite clear on that point.